Getting started with AWS is so easy that anybody can do it in under 30 minutes following 4 simple steps that we will go through today. Step 1 is to create you an account. In order to do that, you will navigate to aws.amazon.com. Once the AWS page is loaded, simply click Get Started for Free or create an AWS account. Either option will take you to the sign up page where you will enter in a root user email address and verify it. Once you've verified your email, you will be asked to create a password for the root user. Once you've created a root user password, Amazon's going to want some contact information for you. So fill this out now. Next, they'll ask for billing information. Now, if you'll notice the box to the left, they state that as long as you stay under their free tier limits, you would never be charged, except for the temporary dollar hold that they place to verify your account. So now we'll fill out the billing information. After you filled out the billing information, they're going to want to confirm your identity using your telephone number. As you can see, they give the option for a text message or a voice call. After they've confirmed your identity through your phone number, they're going to ask you to select a support plan. The basic support free tier will be more than enough for you to get started with Linux and to get comfortable using Linux through the command line. So we will select the basic support and then click Complete Signup. And congratulations, you have completed step 1, creating an account on AWS. Now we can go to step 2, where we actually sign into the AWS Home Console. To sign into the console from this screen, simply click Go to the AWS Management Console. And to access the AWS console from the main aws.amazon.com page, simply just click Sign into the console. Both options are going to take you to a sign-in screen where you'll sign in using the email address that you used to set up the account. Now, your first time logging in, your console home is going to look pretty empty, but don't let that scare you. It's really easy to find what you're looking for here. We're going to be creating an EC2 instance. The easy way to find it is to click in the search box and start typing in EC2. Then we click on the first option, which will lead us into step 3, which is creating an EC2 instance. Now, as you can see from the EC2 landing page, you have nothing running, it's all zeros. So to create an EC2 instance, you'll click this big yellow Launch Instance button here in the middle of the screen. And this will take you to a simple Launch an Instance walkthrough page. Now, the first option that's required is a name for your instance. I'm going to use Linux_example. And then next you need to choose an application or OS image. Since we're using this to get hands-on experience in Linux administration, I suggest clicking the Ubuntu option. Once you click Ubuntu, it's going to default to Ubuntu Server 2204, the free tier option. So if you're scrolling down to Instant Type, that also defaults to T2 Micro, which is also still within the free tier limit. So as you can see so far, everything we're doing is completely free, not costing you a dime. Now, under key pair login, you're going to want to create a new key pair. You're going to want to give the key pair a simple name. I usually name it whatever the instance name is. Linux_example. Then keep everything else about creating key pair at the default and click Create Key Pair. Now, a dialog box will pop up asking you where you would like to save it. Make sure you save it somewhere it is secure, it won't be deleted, and you can easily find it. If you're scrolling down to network settings, since we are wanting to get hands-on Linux administration experience, one of the best things to choose for the network settings is to allow everything. So simply click the box beside Allow HTTPS and Allow HTTP. And those are all the required settings that we have to set for this instance. If you want to, you can scroll down and look at the rest of them. but I'm going to click to launch instance over to the right yellow button. And instantly Amazon's going to start spinning up this hard drive that has this image on it for us. So if you want to check the status of your instance, simply go over to the left and click Instances, and this will take us back to the instance dashboard, which now has the Linux example that I just created sitting there, and it says it's running. So since it's running, that moves us into step 4, connecting to our EC console through SSH. To do that, simply select the instance we created, and then click Connect at the top right. Now since we created key pair, we're going to use the SSH client. And immediately it gives you a couple of instructions on how to do this. So in step 1, we're going to open an SSH client. If you're running Windows, this can be PowerShell. So open up PowerShell and then navigate to where you saved your pin file. Once you're in the same directory that you saved your pin file from, your pin file in, go back over to the EC console. At the bottom of the instructions is an SSH example that you can simply copy. And once you copied it, go back over to PowerShell and paste it. And click Enter to run. It's going to ask you if you're sure. Type in yes. And there you are. You are now connected to your EC2 instance that you launched in Amazon. And it only took you 4 steps and roughly 10 minutes. So see, didn't I say that was easy? One thing to keep in mind, since we're using the free tier, is to keep an eye on the pricing and how much you're using this instance. Now I can tell you from experience, it's going to take you a while to get over the free tier range, but if you want to keep track of it, it's really easy to do. Simply go back to your AWS console, click in the search box, type in billing. You click on the first option that it shows to the right, it will take you to the billing dashboard. Now we've just spun up this instance, so there's not going to be a whole lot here, if anything. But if you look over to the left, in the menu, there's an option for free tier. If you click on that, as you're going along, it will tell you what you're currently using and what you have left in the free tier console. A good rule of thumb would be to bookmark this page so you can go straight to it anytime you want to. If you're interested in an alternative to an Amazon AWS instance, this video right here will show you how to set up a Linode. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button down below so you know when the next video comes out, and leave me a comment down below if you created your own EC2 instance.